some part of Jnana Yoga we can discuss. Abhijeta Siva Vidya Savidya Vatokitamaha Savam Jnana Blavindaiva Vidinam Sadarisyasya. Even if you are the most sinful among sinners, you will cross over all sins just by the boat of knowledge. But this verse is a glorification of knowledge. If you are more sinful than all sinners, how can you achieve purity of heart? And without purity of heart, how can you get realization of knowledge? Actually, it is not possible for one who has attained knowledge to commit sinful acts. Madhusudan Saraswati explains the words api and jet are used to show the assumption of the impossible. Though the commission of sin would be impossible, the assumption is made to show the results of attaining knowledge. Who can follow? See, half of us are not able to follow this. This knowledge chapter is not basically we have to understand this religion, what we are following is the oldest religion. It is called Dharma. Sanatana Dharma means it is eternal. So, this was delivered or given to us to Brahma, to Lakshmi, to Shiva, to the Kumaras, those are sons of Brahmas. Brahma is the engineer or the creator of this material universe. So, then first was one, and then by creation, Lord Brahma's power of thinking created this. This all comes from one sound. Sound is the most fine element what we can in this material world. Not the most fine, but through sound everything manifested. What was this sound? Om. So from this Om, the Gayatri was manifesting. Gayatri is the mantra. Those who are initiated into Gayatri mantra, they are called Brahmanas, or more advanced, who can understand, who are, through the quality, they have sukriti. They are able to understand the sound, the divine sound is creating everything. So this was given down. There is in the Vedas described, it was given down from Brahma to Vivaswan. Vivaswan is the sun god. So he was giving it to Ikshvaku, his son. Then it comes to very powerful, great kings who were pure devotees. This kind of kings or this kind of leaders not existing now. Even 5,000 years ago, there were kings who were carrying this gift of transcendent understanding with them, like Yudhishthira Maharaj. And what was the last one? Who was? Parikshit Maharaj. They were controlling the whole planet at this time. Bharatvarsha. The original name of India is Bharatvarsha. So everything was Bharatvarsha. Where we are now living, there were jungles. Nobody was living here at this time. And so maybe they were living some not very cultivated. It is said that Prahlad Maharaja's dynasty of kings, Bali Maharaj, they were called the Daityas. So Daityas, they were driven out from India. They were demoniac. But the king himself was pure devotee. So Daitya is still today, is Deutschland. His name is maintained. What means Deutsch? Teutona. Daityas. In the same way, there were the Caspian Sea. Caspian Sea was named after a great saint, Kashyapa Muni. And the southern part, like Turkey and Iran, like this, they are called wretches. They were driven out also from India. Also the Africans. What was the name, Kali, of this man? He was beating a cow, and Parikshit came and wanted to kill him. So, but he surrendered to him, so he could not kill. And then he told him, okay, you can leave, but you have to leave this Bharatvarsha. You have to go out. So they went, his was dark-skinned. They went to the African side. Like this it is described in the Shastra. So in this way, like the Chinese and these very Eastern peoples, they say in the Shastra, they are coming from the snake-like people. So there is, but the original was kingdom, most civilized personalities, saintly persons. They were staying in India, the Himalayas. So they like on the Saraswati river and the Ganga. So many saints came there, some back to South India. In South India still it is, they have their high worship, high class worship, very big temples still. But now in Kali Yuga, Sanatana Dharma is not cared for. Means the eternal religion, why we are here, where we are coming from, where we are going, why I feel happy, why I feel suffering. All these things is really described in the Vedas, who were written down thousands of years ago. So this now it got lost. People become godless, or they use God just for becoming their servant. Give me. We go to the temple, give me. So we are praying not to understand the essence, who we are. We have forgotten who we are. We are not members of this material world. We are, our position is that we are eternal living beings, Jivatma it is called. So there is no beginning and no end. We are not born, we are not dying, our real self. What is takes birth must die also. What has a beginning, it must have an end also. So this is the material world, this is the conditioned world. So we should not identify too much, we should cultivate real knowledge. Because without understanding this, you will always die. Because you identify with the external gross matter, earth, water. Punya bonalo vayu. Punya bonalo vayu. Kamana pude vacha. Ahankara ityame vinabo. Asida. No, I forgot it. There are 8 elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether. This is gross elements. Even the ether, you cannot see space. Even air, we hardly can see. But we can feel when we go like this, we feel some air. It can be felt. It's very fine. But mind, we are not using the mind. We are not understanding what is mind because we cannot see it. With these eyes you cannot see mind, you cannot see air even. ether, you cannot see space. It is beyond our capacity. As long as we identify with this gross body, we cannot see the finer part of this material world, which is mind, intellect, and ahankara. Ahankara means false identification, false ego. I identify with something, I am not. I identify with this body, even I know it will go away. And I have to come again, perhaps, many times. It is told in Bhagavad Gita that Dehenosmin yata dehe kamara nirvanantara tata dehantara praptiya kiristatta namoyati. As the soul passes to boyhood, youth and old age, soul means we are in our identities, we are spirit soul. Also spirit soul has a form, but cannot be seen with material eyes. The Lord has not some energy, He has also a form, but it cannot be seen by materialist people. When we look to the deity form, we see only stone, beautiful, decorated. But we do not know that we can speak with Him. He can speak with us. We have no experience of this. We do not know when we are talking mind something, whatever goes on in mind is more real than this gross body. We have never learned to control the mind. So the first thing, we have to learn to control the mind. Then we will understand that the mind is more real. Or survives when this body dies, the mind goes on. It will stay, and when we are very attached to this material life body, again we will take birth here. When we become detached, when we become realized, and we understand our source, where we are coming from, then we will reject even the mind, we will reject the body. The intellect is connected with the mind. All this will be destroyed, and we will come as pure souls, Jivatma. Then you are able to see where we are coming from, where our real home is. There's no birth, no death. There's happiness, no cheating, no bad things are there. So, but first we have to understand that the soul passes to boyhood. We are getting born, baby, boyhood, youth, old age, so it attains another body after death. Accordingly, the mind carries us to another body because our desires are there, we want to enjoy this. So one mother, according to our consciousness, our mind, we will take shelter there. Not we will decide this will be decided by others, amigos. So, but this goes on, birth after birth. And here in Bhagavad Gita said the wise are not bewildered by this. So those who have understood who they are, they will not be bewildered by this. Like dying, like taking birth, like getting old. This is only the external form. And the mind belongs also to this. And the intellect is connected with mind. So one's body becomes the object of affection as it is related to the soul, which is most dear to itself. By relation with that body, one's sons, brothers, or other relatives become objects of affection. And by relationship to them, even their sons also become objects of affection. So when their bodies perish, there will certainly be lamentation. So this is how we are living in this material world. If we become too conscious of this, then most of them start taking intoxication, so that they want to escape from this situation, And all family and sons or fathers or grandfathers, all will perish, his body will perish, and there will be lamentation. This is our greatest anxiety we have in this material world. But we should not be afraid, because nobody can, soul never dies. Soul is not born, soul will not die. We will not die. It is just the illusion that we identify now with this body. I am man, I am lady, I am American, I am Indian, I am German, I'm intelligent, I am foolish. All these things is just describing your temporary situation now. But this is not us. We have to understand this. So, because we are not trained for this, we are not trained, we don't get any realization. We have to learn this. So when the bodies perish, there will certainly be lamentation. In answer to this, he speaks this verse. In the body belonging to the jiva, the hina, one attains stages such as boyhood. After boyhood is destroyed, one attains youth. When youth is destroyed, one attains old age. In the same manner, one attains another body. Just as yada, one does not lament for the destruction of the objects of affection in the form of boyhood and youth, or the body which are related to the soul. So, yada, meaning in Sanskrit. One should also not lament for the destruction of the object of affection, the body which is also related to the soul. So basically, as soon as we take birth in this material world, dying starts. Where's our baby body we had? There's nothing the same now. Nothing is left from the body. It is only you, the soul, who is still there. The same. Your body, your youth, or your grown-up body. Some younger, they say now I'm young, but in this 7 years there's nothing the same in this body, except you are still living in this body. It's changing, dying constantly. The body is a mass of atoms. It is changing all the time, every second basically. So, but we think we are this. So we're getting older and it will be destroyed by the nature or by our karma. But with the destruction of youth and attaining old age, one does lament. So when we get old, then we are hankering for the youth. With the destruction of boyhood, entertainment of youth, one rejoices. With the destruction of worn-out bodies of Bhishma and Drona, they will attain new bodies, will also become joyful. Another meaning is, just as in one body one attains various states, such as boyhood, in one jiva attains various bodies, life after life. Has anything to say on this? What do you want to know more? Except empty.
The basic understanding is very difficult. It's so difficult that in Kali Yuga is very difficult for anybody to understand the basic, just the basic.
Yes, because Kali Yuga means ignorance. So also the process in Kali Yuga is the most effective one. How to understand it? Yuga Dharma. Every Yuga has its Dharma, its religion. Now in this Kali Yuga is the chanting of the holy name. The very famous sloga, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Devaki Rama, Kalavanasti, Kalavanasti, Kalavanasti Eva, Gaudiya Anyataha. They say it is the holy name of the Lord, Hari, 3 times repeated. Usually we don't repeat this, but 3 times is very important. Nastira, Nastira. There is no other way, there's no other way, no other way than to chant the name of Hari. It's a very powerful sound. As we all know that the universe is created by sound in the beginning and then manifests in more and more cause. And forgetfulness of our real position goes in the same direction. So we are forgetting who we are. We have forgotten it. What is our real position, who we really are. So, and this mantra is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Yuga Avatar for inventing the process for the Kali Yuga. This is Harinam. So he gave us this Maha Mantra, means great mantra. Means Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is very powerful mantra and it purifies our mind and our soul. And we can see clearly. Our eyes become not these eyes, our spiritual eyes may vision may develop in this way. And this is the process how we can come back home, where we are coming from. Unfortunately, we have forgotten this. We have forgotten our real home. In the next slogan, this is very important. In chapter 2, we should study Bhagavad Gita. Matra spashasti mamdya hidoshna sukha dukkata Agamai Vayanadipyastam Stivikshasya Bharata. O son of Kundi, Krishna speaks to Arjuna. The experience of the sense objects gives sensation of cold and heat. So to the sense, our senses, the objects of the senses gives cold and heat, happiness and distress, always temporary, appearing and disappearing. So this is not like in a fairy tale. We are living forever and ever. And if they are not died, they still will enjoy it. But this is only a fairy tale. It will not happen in this world. So in distress, always temporary appearing and disappearing, or parata, tolerate this. So we have to learn to tolerate all these things, whatever we are meeting in this world. We have to tolerate. It is created by ourselves. We have to take birth in this world because it was our desire to come here. So now we cannot point on others and give them
guilt. Blame,
yeah. Blame, yes. We cannot blame anyone else for our being here, whatever happened to us, because this is according to our past activities. We must enjoy this past activities in this life, and we must also suffer. Whatever bad we did, it will come back to us. So material nature is perfect. And do not make mistake. There are 33 millions of demigods who are responsible that this thing will go smoothly. Everybody gets what he deserves. So, whatever happened to us, but we are now sitting here. We are conditioned. This is the reality. Or is this not real? Is there anything speculated? What I tell or what Krishna tells us here? Everything you can logically follow. You can think, okay, this is for you, but not for me. But you take birth, you get youth body, grown-up body, old body, die. Is this not reality? He speaks truth, only truth. It is reality. And we are living in an illusory world, temporary world. Imagine it. Whatever we are doing in this world is temporary. It's beginning and an end. Don't be too much affected by this. You just try to avoid to create new karma, new desires to enjoy this world. You have to just tolerate this. This is said in the Shastra. So we have to learn to tolerate. So by chanting this name, as it given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu In Satya Yoga, different mantra was chanted. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This was a mantra chanted by the saints in Satya Yoga. Everybody was a saint at this time. Everybody could see, was realized person. And their lifespan was much bigger than our lifespan. It went up to 100,000 years. So they were meditating 60,000 years, 70,000 years. How long we can meditate here? Who can control his mind for 2 seconds? Kali Yuga, not possible. We are under control of the mind. We are not controlling the mind. The mind, Gaudiya means we are the servants of the mind. The mind tells us this, you must get this, and we are running. I must enjoy this, I enjoy this. So we are servants of the mind. He has taken control. But a yogi or a real person, he knows how to control the mind. He becomes the master of the mind. It means it's there. It's Goswami. Swami means master, and Go means mind or senses. He can control his senses. And in this way, in Satya Yoga, they were very qualified for attaining Vaikuntha. So in Treta Yoga, there was another process. It was yajna, performing big homas, yajnas, very purified. When they perform homa, everybody knows? Fire yajna, they offered pure gold there. And the demigods came, Lord Shiva, Ganesh, or Brahma, even Vishnu was pleased with this, and he appeared. I don't think he appeared like we appear with this fleshy body. They appeared in their transcendental form, and they could see it. They were qualified. They gave their offerings to them, offering this. Then Tampara was the deity worship, very opulent deity worship, because religion reduced in every color. It was reduced more and more. So in Kali Yuga there is only the name, holy name. We are not able to perform this yajnas or this deity worship in on this high level. They could do this. So now for us, the hope is we can chant the name of the Lord, and just by chanting, we may realize even higher realization may we get than in Satya Yoga, because we got very close to the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu. That's because I am begging you all try to chant this mantra. Just a few minutes a day you start. You will see it is very powerful mantra. And you will be successful if you are sincere. Chanting pure means just to praise the Lord, chanting His name. The first level is chanting the name with material desires. We are chanting the Lord's name, so all these desires will be fulfilled, but it will be taken away by the Lord. This is the verse. If you are sincere. So we may close here. If there is no question or everything is understood, everybody has understood. Ati Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai,